Alrighty then. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. It's a Saturday morning, and the crypto prices jumped yesterday. Here's what it means. Actually, doesn't mean anything. So this is just the title was total clickbait, but because there's an opportunity, people will be looking for answers as to why the crypto markets jumped. I may as well take the opportunity to share my point of view. I do have a point of view on it, but just wanted to clear that up about the clickbait. It's totally clickbait. All right, so let's get onto it. So what happened yesterday was across the board almost, crypto markets jumped. You can see from this point of view on the Bitcoin chart against the US dollar, this is the Coinbase price feed. Every candle is a one-day candle. You can see my two channels here. The great big yellow downtrending channel, which is the major trend, and then the more recent trend is the white downtrending channel, which we are still inside of. So what I don't do is pay any attention to a single day. Just the overall trend is still down, right? Just purely like this, all this analysis and all the indicators are that the market is still sliding downwards. And one single day where there's a pump doesn't change anything, right? And I know we want it to. That's the thing. We really want this. Like, this could be the turnaround. Well, maybe not, right? But from if you go back to the charts naked, still there's more evidence to the downside than the upside. The only evidence we've got to the upside right now is there's one pump candle, which really isn't enough evidence to fight against the all the indicators to the downside, right? So that's the general point of view that I have. I am not fazed by the pump at all, right? It's only a potential. I mean, because think about it. You look at the chart, right? No one bloody knows what's coming next. That's the thing. We're stood on the edge here, right? All this stuff over here is blank, right? Anything could happen from here on, right? It could go up, it could go sideways, it could go down, and we individually will take this to mean whatever we want it to mean, and that's the key. Rather than taking it for what it actually is, a one-day pump amongst a sea of candles that are trending to the downside, instead of doing that, we'll be like, oh, this means the bull market is upon us, right? Which is a fake out, right? I was going to make a separate video on this, but now it's come up, I may as well mention it. Being an optimist or a pessimist in trading and investing is like, that's not helpful at all. Because think about it, by definition, being a optimist or a pessimist, by definition, is you distorting what's really there, right? So an optimist is where someone interprets what happens in life in a positive way, and a pessimist is someone who interprets what happens in life in a negative way, right? So you could have two people who go through the same circumstance, say they lose a job, right? They get fired. That's the fact. But the optimist will distort that in their own mind and say, oh, this is a good thing. And the pessimist will distort it and say it's a bad thing. The pessimist will say, oh, this means I'm going to lose my house and I'm going to go starving and sleep on a park bench as a homeless person, because they project that forward into the future. And then the optimist says, oh, well, this is great. It means I can now get a better job with more money and so on and so forth. Neither of those are true. That's all interpretation, right? So back to the markets. This is how we do it. If you hear someone in the background, that's my cat, by the way, who's moaning that she can't come in, just by the by. So similarly, the fact of the matter is we have a bunch of candles here, and I have been able to, this is the facts, I have been able to join up the highs, the swing highs, and the line moves downwards, right? That's the fact. I've been able to do the same thing with the lows. I've been able to join up these lows, and it ends up with a line that moves downwards. And then these two lines, as you can see, the fact is they move down in parallel. That's not interpretation. You can see it. You can draw this for yourself. And similarly, with the shorter term downtrending line, I have been able to draw a line that connects the highs, and it results in a less steep downtrending line, and I've done the same with the low. So both of those things, the big channel and the small channel, both are sliding to the downside, right? So this pump is still within that range, yeah? If we'd pumped right out of it, fine. Then we'd have to reassess this little channel because it would have been broken. But it hasn't in all this time, since like December, okay? Now you take that, along with, say, the Weiss cryptocurrency portfolio newsletter from last Thursday. See here, this was from the 7th of February, 2 days ago. Here's my main man, Juan Villaverde. And if we just scroll through here, this section talks about, there were some exceptions to the bear market. Tron and Holochain went on a bit of a pumpy pump. However, they're now peaking. They are peaking. Both of them are peaking. They're not able to sustain the whole market. And think about that. I did this with my friend Tony Dada yesterday. We were having an investments and trading meeting, and what we did was we went to CoinMarketCap, and clicked on the market cap number, and then I went down here to percentage of total market capitalization by dominance, and then I full screened it. I clicked on 1 day, and what I wanted to demonstrate to him is the disproportionate impact that Bitcoin has on the overall market. So yes, you can get a breakaway like this. Like an altcoin could be counter trend, so the whole crypto market can be going downwards, and you can get these exceptions like Tron or Holochain that are going in an uptrend in a downtrending market. So they are outliers, they are exceptions. However, what I wanted to demonstrate to him is that when you look at CoinMarketCap and the capitalization, Bitcoin is 53% of the entire market. So what does that mean? It means if Bitcoin continues in a downtrend, think about it. If all the altcoins, which represent 47% of the market, if they all started to uptrend while Bitcoin was downtrending, you've still got a bear market essentially, because 53% of the market cap, Bitcoin, is still sliding to the downside. So that's why Juan is of the opinion, and I tend to agree with him on this. As Bitcoin goes, so goes the crypto market. So it's almost like the bellwether. You know what I'm saying? So someone in the chat says a buckling. I see that, and that sounds like bucking the trend. So we'll call Tron and Holochain a buckling because they're bucking the trend. Anyway, moving back to the Weiss cryptocurrency portfolio newsletter. I highly recommend this, by the way. I mean, you really should click on my affiliate link in the description and sign up to this service. Juan's a genius. I swear by his analysis. It's so good. So I'm sharing a bit with you now, and I'm trying not to show too much of it because, I don't want to give away his material for free because it's worth paying for, but I just wanted to share some stuff with you from it. So this is basically the overall view of Bitcoin that's been the same in the newsletters for a little while now, which is, we're looking to trend towards a $2,000 Bitcoin around about mid-March. So based on timings and cycles, and, if you want the full skinny on that, you need to sign up to the Weiss cryptocurrency portfolio service, and then Juan will explain in detail exactly how he came to that conclusion. But from my point of view, he's definitely proved himself, not himself though, his model. It's not him, right? It's an objective mathematical model, a timing model. So he's definitely proved that is a brilliant tool, and I take influence from it when I'm looking at markets and so on. So I think that's really all there is to talk about. There was a couple of other, let's just mention a couple of others here. There were two real big outliers. Like even in the pump, there was, I think Litecoin took the biscuit. It was up 28%, I think, yesterday. So let's go back to the charts here. So this is Litecoin. Now Litecoin's a little bit different. It is an outlier because similarly, look, my yellow downtrending line where I join up the highs and it creates this downtrending line. Well, unlike Bitcoin, Litecoin has it's not obeying that anymore, is it? Look, the swing highs, connecting all the highs, and that line was valid up until here, about the 5th to 6th of January, and it sort of threatened to peak above it, and then it fell under it again, and here, 24th of January, that's the critical point where was this line going to continue to be valid and push lower? No, it went sideways, and now the highs are no longer obeying this downtrending yellow line. Again, that's not interpretation. That is not interpretation. It's a fact. Draw it for yourself, right? So and now with what we've got here now is a higher high is what we've got, right? And that's a fact. Check this out. That's the previous high right there on the, what do we call this, the 8th of January. And then if we draw another one, we've got, actually today is higher than yesterday's high. So that high on the 8th of January, the high price was $41.27, according to the Coinbase price feed. Yesterday ended on a high price of $44.48, and today we've already beat that, $46.01. So the point is, this high from today, the 10th of February, is higher than this high, the 7th of January. So Litecoin has set a higher high. That's different to Bitcoin, right? If we go back to Bitcoin, Bitcoin has not done that. Back to Bitcoin, BTC USD. Again, if we do the same exercise here, let's get my yellow arrows out. Okay, this is high. This is a recent high. It's higher than all these highs. But if we draw another one, where's the previous high price? There. Well, that's a lower high. Yesterday's high and today's high is lower than the previous swing high. So Bitcoin is continuing to set lower highs. And it is 53% of the market cap. Litecoin, on the other hand, which only represents what? Let's have a look. Litecoin represents 2.1%, 2.2% of the market cap. So while this is great, Litecoin is setting a higher high, doesn't matter. It doesn't really make that much of a difference because it doesn't have enough weight to it. And I don't see that, a rally in Litecoin kicking off the new bull market. It's just too small. None of them are big enough to do that, in my view. I mean, even Ethereum, what is Ethereum? 10, 11% of the market. Would that be enough? Would that be enough? If Ethereum like properly took off, could it drag Bitcoin with it? I don't know, it's possible, but I don't see it's probable. And finally, who was the other big movie yesterday? I think it was EOS. EOS. Where's EOS? Can't see EOS. Where's EOS? EOS USD was right above Litecoin. EOS did do a pump, but look, nothing to write home about here. I've got a channel, same again. Fact of the matter is, I've been able to join up these high prices and it creates a horizontal line. I've been able to join up the lows recently and it creates a horizontal line and all the candles fit inside it. Fact, right? Yesterday's candle fits right inside it, hasn't broken outside of it. Fact. No interpretation required. So don't care. Don't really care. This pump, it could have gone right up to the top of the channel for all I care. Doesn't matter. The channel remains valid. So sideways, EOS is still sideways. Litecoin is not sideways, right? Bitcoin is not sideways. Bitcoin is in a downtrend, setting lower highs. Litecoin is set a higher high. EOS is still trending sideways for all I can tell. Now there was a news story which came out of CoinDesk, I think it was, that said there was some leaked interview from the SEC commissioner or someone or other that apparently was like, oh yeah, the Bitcoin ETF is going to get approved. Let me just see if I can find this here article again. Let's see. Bam, 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 bam. I saw it right before my call with Tony. I don't want to use Bits Online. I don't really like that website. Cointelegraph have reported on it. Let's see who else. I swear it was CoinDesk. It was CoinDesk. Here we go. So 20 hours ago, SEC commissioner says Bitcoin ETF will be approved eventually. I thought this might have been a rumor that got everyone excited, right? But again, this is so weak. It's this soft certainty stuff again. So check this out. CoinDesk article, SEC commissioner says Bitcoin ETF will be approved eventually. And even they put it in quotes. Now, you can't blame CoinDesk. Their whole business is getting traffic so that they get advertising revenue. I get it. I absolutely get it. So they have to create content, otherwise they have no business. So they have to create content, even if it's not really based on anything concrete, right? Someone says, was that Weiss Crypto? Yes, it was. Grandpa. Yes, it was Weiss Crypto. So back to the article here. So look at this. This is all the soft certainty. A commissioner at the US Securities and Exchange Commission believes a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund and ETF will ultimately be approved. Ultimately be approved. Yes, we know. Fine, it's an opinion, but it's not. So what? Until it's actually approved, it means nothing. It's just more interpretation that's going to get people more excited and more speculative. I don't care. I honestly don't care. So anyway, it says eventually, do I think someone will satisfy the standards that we've laid out here? I hope so. Hope. Hope again. Hope is not a fact. Hope is that optimist guy who looks at the market and goes, this, what I see here, means this is going to happen in the future. The future has not been created yet. Never has been created. So he thinks so. A number of ETF proposals have been filed for SEC approval, but none has yet got the green light. Jay Clayton, the chairman of the SEC, has said he doesn't see a path to a cryptocurrency ETF approval until concerns over market manipulation are addressed. Until market manipulation is addressed. All right. Cool. Let's have a look at the charts on this one. The hourly chart's hilarious. You should check this out. So let's get rid of these arrows because I've proved the point on that one. Let's see. Let's go to the 1 hour chart on Coinbase. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what the 1 hour chart looks like. So this is volume, right? So volume on Coinbase, you have like 600-700 Bitcoin per hour being traded. And then all of a sudden at 4 p.m. London time, kaboom, 4,000 Bitcoin is traded out of the blue. What on earth? What on earth? What on earth? What on earth happened? That's abnormal volume right there, yeah? So going back to it, and that's what happened to the price. Boosh. And if we measure it, it's something like a 9% gain in 2 hours or something. Yes, it's 8-9% gain in 2 hours. So the reason I mention that is because this is the kind of thing that Jay Clayton is talking about. That to me looks like market manipulation. It's not natural, is it? Because there was 700 Bitcoin traded when everyone's, you know, feeling the vibe. And then someone, or it just randomly comes out of nowhere, 4,000 Bitcoin is traded. Like, what the hell? You know, what the hell? It could have been on the back of this. Someone could have got overexcited and traded 4,000 Bitcoin, thinking that this news story meant that the ETF was about to be approved. Well, it doesn't mean that at all. We're right where we were. It's just that someone else is coming out with an opinion about what's going to happen in the future, which means nothing. It means nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. Anyway, that's enough of that. If you wanna check that article out, I'll put it in the show notes. Let me put it in right now. With the live stream, I think I can change the notes in real time. Boom. Because I've got the YouTube thing open right now. Cool beans, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. I've run out of steam now. So someone says, so you're saying we're going down? I'm not saying anything. I'm saying the charts are showing a downtrending direction, and that's it. That's what they're showing. And you can draw the same lines for yourself. Just rewind the video. Draw the same lines as me, and what do you see, right? Excuse me. That doesn't mean anything going forward. Tomorrow, anything could happen, right? That's the thing. That's from, if you've ever read the book Trading in the Zone, which is is the best trading book of all time, in my view. That's what they teach you. They don't teach you any technical analysis in that book. They don't teach you anything about markets, right? It's all about what I've been talking about today, your psychology, and how we look at the chart and then become optimistic or pessimistic, which messes with our objectivity and it messes with our ability to see what's really there. So the book encourages you as a trader, if you want to become a successful trader, is to really like embed in the very core of your being a belief that anything can happen at any moment. You have to adopt that. You have to, you know, because that stops you thinking, well, if I place this trade, it's going to go up. No, it might not. Anything can happen. Even if all your analysis says it's gonna blow any minute, it could still go down. And if you place a trade and it goes down, you just go, well, anything could happen, right? Despite all my analysis. Doesn't mean you gamble. You do your analysis. Place your trade, but then stay open to anything can happen. You have to do that, all right? Cool one. That's it. I'm going to go now because it's I'm going to be rambling if I carry on. So thank you very much for joining me today, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button, will you? That helps me out. I want my content to get out there. I want more people to view it. And also, I want people to subscribe to my channel. That's why I put that on the screen. Oops, there. Put that on the screen. Hit that button if you're not already subscribed, because I like to look at the number, and it makes me feel good when I see my numbers going up. I think, yeah, what I'm doing is amazing. So the bigger the number, the bigger baller I feel. So do that for us if you would. What else? Yeah, I do need money to sustain this thing, so help us out, will you? What I want you to do really is either go to the website, thecryptoverse.show, which is this. And I either would like you to click on the blue button, support the show, which will take you through to Patreon, and you can give us some money every month, like $5 or more, ideally. And down the right-hand side here, it tells you what you get, depending on how much you pledge. There's a scholarship program now where you can sponsor someone from an underprivileged background to get access to all the Cryptoverse materials. Right now, I have 63 patrons pledging a total of $400 a month. Excuse me. And also on the Cryptoverse website, the other thing you can do is click on the green button, which will take you through to the online school. So you can either sign up for a 1-day trial, sorry, a 3-day trial, which costs you $1. And then if you don't cancel it, it's $59 a month. And that gives you access to all my online courses. And that's where the scholarship program comes in. If you go to Patreon and you go for one of the if you become a sponsor, then you can pay for someone from a disadvantaged background to get access to my online courses. So check all that out. That's my new thing, the scholarship program. I'm really excited about that because I like that idea. I like the idea of you getting access to the course materials and paying for someone from a disadvantaged background getting access as well. So you pay the full price, like $60 a month, and then you pay $30 extra for the scholarship. So that's I'm kind of giving the scholarships at half price. So that's what I'm donating, if you like. Someone's like, "Smash that like." I think that was a typo. Smash the like. Yeah, man. So also, I need to put my affiliate link for Wise cryptocurrency portfolio down in the old description. Let me set myself a reminder for that. Wise crypto portfolio. Nice one. Right, I'll be back with the next episode of the Cryptoverse when I've got something else to say. Until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.